Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Welcome to our exclusive look at WWE 2K16. 2K Games brought us out, last week?
Yeah, last Wednesday.
Right. To take a look at WWE 2K16. It's coming out the 27th, I believe, of this month.
Yeah.
This is not the final build.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like the build before the final one. I have no idea. It's just not the final one.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a look at some gameplay today. This is all stuff we captured there. So we have our hands free. We're just doing this. We got our new little lapel microphones right here, so we don't have to deal with this the dicks in our mouth anymore.
Whoa.
Power Lunch versus Lex Luger. Larson, you excited about this?
Of course I am.
This is amazing. And Luger's with Miss Elizabeth. See, I can go back and forth. I don't have to stick with the
I could walk
mic
over there.
Well, we'd have to walk together because we're connected by these cords.
That's true.
So we'll talk about the game in a second. We do want to mention that thanks to Red Baron Pizza, our episode is catered. Thanks to Red Baron Pizza. They hooked us up with a pizza, and they also hooked us up. Larson, you always get the rub for the facial hair, but they sent me some facial hair.
You got a fake mustache there.
Oh, they a cop now.
You do.
Hey, you.
Or a 70s porn star.
Stop there. Oh, look at that. Okay, so Lex Luger and Power Lunch are already going to
speak a little bit about to the creation of Power Lunch. What I know we capped all the stuff, and it's just it's like 20 minutes of you like fiddling with various body parts.
Okay, this is
like
what I like
around
about
the face.
This is what I love about the new custom creation feature. We're going to talk about the game, what we like, what we still want to see. Okay, so the Power Lunch is supposed to be one of the most unbalanced people ever. Mainly, I started with his face.
Yeah.
And the thing that I loved about it, because we couldn't take our own picture in the setup that we had.
Yeah.
But they let you distort the face quite a bit. You've seen this if you guys have NBA 2K16, they have the same type of thing where you can distort the face. Well, this is a lot more extreme in that you can like pull his eyes up and one down and all over the place. So I try to distort his face as much as possible. We gave him a fat, skinny body, so he's got like a gut. He's got Orndorff arms. I don't know if you remember
well,
this.
And legs, too.
At the end, well, I know, but specifically with Paul Orndorff, towards the tail end of his career.
One of his arms atrophied.
One of his arms atrophied, exactly. So we decided, what if we make one of his arms really weak and one of his arms really powerful, and then the opposite legs weak and powerful.
So he's balanced.
Exactly. We figured we'd give him, a disgusting, and he's having a hell of a time. I get you were Luger in this situation, right? Yeah. Because Power Lunch, I rode Power Lunch all the way. I really went all in on Power Lunch. We did a tournament thing there, where we started off you versus me.
Yeah, you can see that match on our channel right now. It's Kevin Owens versus Power Lunch.
That's right.
And that was the first round of this tournament that we were in at 2K offices. And I don't know why. I still don't know why you chose Power Lunch.
Because I'm ride or die.
Okay.
Power Lunch. Look,
you're not in it to win it.
Power Lunch is the future, Larson.
I don't think he is. You made a decision with your heart rather than your head.
Yeah, totally. But this is pro wrestling, and everything is heart. There's no logic to it. Otherwise, why was Lex Luger ever a world champion?
He had a good look to him.
He
had a 3.7 college GPA.
That's
smart
true.
guy.
Yeah, in marketing, I think, or business, something like that.
Yeah,
I think
according to WCW.
According to Jim Ross at WCW. So let's set up a little bit. We took a picture with Xavier Woods, a.k.a. Austin Creed, from Up, Up, Down, Down.
Yes.
Super nice guy.
Yeah.
Like, really, really nice guy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like, we sort of found ourselves in, like, kind of a Larry David Curb Your Enthusiasm situation, where it's kind of a no-win situation, because they came to hang out, to play some games with us.
We didn't mention that Big E Langston was there,
Big E was there as well, but Austin seemed to be more into the whole video game playing thing. Big E said, I'm sitting video games out. And so when we walked in there, I wanted more space for us. And so I took like the furthest.
Well, I think it was a mutual decision. It's like, okay, we want space. So if you want to record audio there, it could be hopefully a little quiet.
Right.
And so we kind of took the seats in the proverbial back of the class.
Right, exactly. Which ended up fucking us because
we were at the end of the line to do stuff with.
They bring out the
our
new
guests.
day.
Yeah.
And Austin tried to get with everybody he could. And they had limited time because I think they're flying to Mexico that night or something. So it would have been awesome to get some stuff with him, but we still got a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah.
And we got to take a picture with him and shake his hand, talk to him for a little bit.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. It just would have been neat to get his. I honestly wanted to get his perspective on Power Lunch. I wanted to see what he
whether if Power Lunch had the potential to say just making the indies.
Yeah.
Or maybe NXT.
That's really what I wanted to know. Like,
or
how far along could Power Lunch go?
Could Power Lunch make it to the main roster?
Could he main event WrestleMania? Is the question.
Well, I think we know the answer to that already.
If you look at their stat, look at that. Yeah,
you can't even get past Lex Luger. Spoiler alert: Luger wins.
Look, well, you can look at their stats right now and see that. So compare what you saw with 2K16 versus what we played extensively in 2K14. Like, what were the things that you liked about this that maybe weren't there in 2K14?
I mean, this feels like a more, I don't know if realistic is necessarily the word, but the animations are more true to the particular wrestlers. And I touched on this in one of the other videos we did about this, that especially because I played Kevin Owens a lot when we were there. And, they got his walk down, they got his general kind of, just demeanor and presence down perfect.
Right.
That's a huge part of it. The graphics are obviously an improvement over 2K14.
Yeah. I didn't get any time with the Austin storyline, which I really wanted to. We were too busy dicking around with this time. There are. I mean, there are a bunch of stuff. There are a lot of things that I like. Apparently, what's not returning this year, and it's funny because they specified this year. Beardman, I think it was, or Modfather, sent us an interview with 2K, and they talked specifically. Somebody asked them a question about custom stories, which is where we do most of our Fuck Wrestling stuff, and this pertains to Fuck Wrestling and how we want to approach it with 2K16. So he said. We wanted to make sure, he said, custom stories are a really, really big undertaking, which makes sense. And we're talking about like the custom cutscenes that we've used in 2K14. And he said, so we don't have it this year because we wanted to focus on everything. And he sort of left the door open.
Yeah.
So there is the possibility that Fuck Wrestling, I'll probably keep on doing NXT in 2K14, but Fuck Wrestling, we talked about it. And right now, the big thing in WWE with John Cena is his open challenge.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, once we get the game, every week we'll do an open challenge. You versus me.
I had some thoughts about this too. And
Go ahead.
We'll compare notes and see how they align. So we'll start out and we'll make two guys. Like you can have Power Lunch and I'll make another guy.
Okay.
Whoever wins that match, you use that same guy the next week.
Okay.
And I have to come in with somebody new.
Yeah.
And then if you win, then I have to come back next week with someone else new and we'll keep doing that until I beat you.
No, that's perfect. That's great. No.
And then you come in with a new guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. No, and this can be and we'll just have every week. It'll be for the belt.
Yeah.
And we'll come up with a new belt. It won't be the Fuck Wrestling belt. It'll be a Fuck Wrestling something belt. But we'll figure that out. I don't know what the championship's going to be.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out.
We'll discuss it.
Boy, Luger's really taking the Power Lunch. Power Lunch looks. Oh, he won!
Yeah, I knew that.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I was not paying attention.
I'm just bummed that he didn't do the torture rack. Look, Elizabeth is happy.
Well, sure, she's happy. I would be too. We're going to look at another match now.
Cool.
DDP versus Savage. This is me versus the computer, I believe.
Yeah, I had no part in this.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a quick
when we first got there, I immediately played a few matches to try to find the guy I was going to use in the tournament.
Sure.
And you spent the first hour there just kind of dicking around.
Yeah.
And then we played some, and they were like, okay, I'm going to go make a guy.
Yeah.
While you did that, I was still playing as Kevin Owens, trying to perfect his moves so I could advance the tournament.
What did you think of the reversals? They're similar to 2K14.
Yeah, you're limited to 5, I think, at any one time, right? They recharge.
I think so.
But like in 2K14, you can just, if your timing is good, you can just reverse everything.
DDP's hair is magnificent in this.
Yeah, I know.
Look at that. It's amazing. I really just wish he had his DDP.
It's literally a mane.
I really wish he had a DDP yoga shirt on. Though.
I know.
That's the only thing this is kind of missing.
I know.
That's perfect. Look at his face. It's so DDP yoga face. Oh, there he is. Ooh, yeah.
Right there.
Macho man. So anyways, it was, all in all, I mean, it was a really good time. We'll keep this running.
We'll talk about the breakout. That was
The breakout's the best thing.
The breakout and the run-ins are the best thing.
When you're player 2,
yeah,
as your opponent is making his entrance,
you press X.
And you just run out and just interrupt his entrance.
You surprise attack him.
And it's kind of like, it's comical, like the way they have the camera set up. Like the camera's on the guy who's coming out, and then it just swings over once you hit X, and you come out with a head of steam.
Pause it there for a second.
That's okay. You come out with a head of steam. You probably said something at the time.
I'd probably be berating you for not doing something productive.
I know, you're probably like, are we going to have food soon? We were both really hungry at the time.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, that's like by far one of the more entertaining aspects of it is that you can interrupt somebody's entrance, and it's just the motion. Look at DDP doing the thing.
The taunts are great.
The taunts are great too.
We'll get to we'll do Enzo and Kevin Owens after this, right?
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, exactly. And you'll see, because Enzo's they came out last night on NXT.
Yeah.
And fought Dash and Basher, whatever, Lasher, Dasher,
Dawson, Wilder,
and Dawson, Dash and Dawson. And he did the little thing. It's fantastic. I love it so much. Those guys need to get to Maine soon.
I know.
But this
isn't Cassidy hurt, or is it a shoot injury? I read somewhere that he was hurt, but it could be.
He wrestled.
A fake injury.
He wrestled.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. This was James Storm's debut.
Oh, how'd that look?
It's James Storm. I mean, he's kind of flabby. I mean, that's his thing.
He's a brawler.
He's a brawler, older guy.
If he serves as kind of a mentor for
the
younger talent, it could be interesting.
There needs to be, if he's behind the scenes, great. There just needs to be a bit of a moratorium on TNA guys. I don't want NXT to be TNA. I really don't.
I agree with that.
Hey, speaking of Xavier Woods, did you ever see the footage of him from TNA when he threw up in the ring?
No.
Did you know about that?
No, I didn't know about that at all.
I was Wikipediaing him. Mm-hmm. And I think I remember seeing this a long time ago, but I never put two and two together. He was fighting, somebody can tell me, I forgot who it is. But I think he was in the X Division type thing. Mm-hmm. And he got kicked, he landed on his head.
We got to mention
the bat is
he hit
great.
square in the head with a bat.
It looks so stiff.
It's base hit status.
It looks
the
so
animations
brutal.
are great. Anyways, continue, sorry.
Anyways, the guy, they're doing all sorts of acrobatic stuff, so I'm not even sure what the hell. It's not like I can say, oh yeah, he just gave him a powerbomb and he threw up. So it was some weird shit, and he kicked him in the head, I think, and his head, he kicked him in the head. He kicked him in the head, and Xavier's, Austin's head sort of hit the mat, and he went bleh, like that. Or it was downwards. I forget which one. Yeah. It's pretty funny though, because he literally throws up in the ring. And I think it was shoot.
Well, I guess my worry then if that happened is that he was concussed, legitimately.
He probably was. Wrestling's a tough business.
It really is.
You know?
It really is.
Somebody pick up the bat.
I think you do. So you're playing as DDP, if I remember correctly.
I'm playing as DDP. I just wanted to deliver a diamond cutter to somebody. Oh, here's my charge finisher. Here comes the DDP, the diamond cutter. Macho Man's about to feel the bang. Look at that. I love he does a little run in place.
I know.
He always used to do that. That's like dead on.
He's like the Roadrunner.
Look at that slow count, Rev. Look at that.
Didn't the Roadrunner used to run in place a few steps before he ran, or was that Wile E. Coyote?
I think they all did. No, that was a Roadrunner.
Okay.
And then, when we left, we stopped off and we were going to try to do a Black Bun burger review.
Yeah.
And they claim they're all sold out, but my sources say they've pulled them from shelves.
Oh, who are your sources?
Internet comments on my Black Bun burger review video.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who's telling the truth. I tried to look it up to see if they had indeed pulled it. I couldn't find anything.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if
I was really excited about it too, because I like A1.
You like A1. You're really excited about it.
Oh, here we go. Wait till he stands up. The
Wait till
animation
the standing up one is great. It's so brutal. Like you just whacking him with a bat.
I know. Man.
He held his knee. Oh, there it is. That's it. Oh, it is. He had his face on the turnbuckle. Oh, God. That is so brutal. That's fantastic. Can I just pin him already? How far along? Yeah, this is close. This is close to the end. Oh, how does that happen? You no-selling bastard.
It's Macho Man. It's cream of the crop.
He is the cream of the crop. It was a pile driver. Everybody had pile drivers back then.
Do you lose to the computer?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I do.
I think you do. Because you had a hard time.
Oh, yeah.
You had a hard time kicking
Look at
out.
my crappy pins. I was still figuring out pins. And this is like towards the tail end of the day, too. All right, let's take a look at Enzo Amore versus Owens. Enzo and Cass. We actually have an earlier match it was a tag team match. I think we both played as Enzo and Cass, I want to say. And, look at Enzo.
This is the best intro in the whole game.
By far, this is the best. And there it is. There's the run-in right there. Look at Owens. He just looks like a... And that's the great thing, too, is when they're talking during their entrance.
I come from behind, or sorry, you come from behind and jack them.
It's pretty awesome. So while this is running right here, we'll do some commentary, but we got to get to some other business.
Yeah.
You have proffered me a trade.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been trying to.
We're in Friendo Fantasy Football League.
I feel like for the remainder of the Friendo Fantasy Football season, we should spend 5 minutes a week, maybe.
Okay.
Discussing issues, or really the only issue is this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Le'Veon Bell from you.
Right, exactly. I have Le'Veon Bell. I had a monumentally successful draft. Mm-hmm. I'm very proud of that, and I'm gunning for everything. It's to me this year. It's what's the phrase? Win now.
Yeah.
I'm a win now franchise.
If you looked at my roster after the draft, you'd think, oh, this guy's playing for the future. The only problem is it's just a 1 season long fantasy league.
Exactly.
It's not a dynasty league.
This isn't the big time.
No.
So I had a really good draft.
You drafted 5th, which in my opinion, middle of the draft is the best place.
Right.
In my opinion, that's where I like.
And I'll be honest, I've learned a lot from you. This is literally what I did. I saw what position you drafted. Mm-hmm. I looked to see. I did like quick due diligence on that, who the best available at that position was. And I went ahead and drafted accordingly. So I basically just followed your blueprint. And then eventually, I think around quarterback, when I was like, okay, I've got my running backs, I got a good wide receiver. I'm going to go for quarterback because I want Brady.
Yeah.
And I knew he was going to have a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And I knew there was no way he's going to get suspended. People are still saying he might get suspended sometime this year. It's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
So I was very happy with my draft.
Anyways, enough of that talk. Let's talk trade.
Now there's nothing you have that there's no way I can justify trading away what a lot of people are saying should have been the consensus number 1 pick.
If he hadn't been suspended for the first 2 games of the season,
there he is. Look at Enzo's dance.
He's dancing.
I did that so much as I could. And a shovel.
Yeah, if he wasn't suspended the first 2 games of the season, he probably would have been consensus number 1.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though.
Okay.
I spoke to you a little bit about this before we started recording.
Yeah.
There's a sea change in philosophy when it comes to fantasy football where having 2 quality running backs isn't as important as it used to be.
Okay.
My problem is I even have right now what you'd call 1 quality running back.
Yeah.
So understandably, since I want to win this league again, I want to change that.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
So yeah, you understand that if you were in my position, you'd want to do the same.
Oh, of course. I'd try making deals left and right.
With that in mind, I know that you need help at the tight end and wide receiver positions.
Yeah.
Those happen to be 2 positions where I'm fairly strong at.
Yeah.
It seems like it should be a perfect marriage.
Yeah, I know. It would seem that way, but the thing is I don't have a really quality second running back. And I do feel that I do need that. Because I don't think your number 1, I think your tight end is fool's gold. He's had a couple of good weeks.
He's had like 4 really good weeks in a row.
He's had like 3 really good weeks in a row. He had like 3 15-point games, which is great. That's awesome. But
that's practically another wide receiver in terms of production.
But what you're offering me, but I don't have a good second running back.
That's why you make a secondary deal.
Yeah.
To get that.
I know, but I'm happy. I'm happy with what I have. At this point I need to tweak, and I feel that losing Le'Veon Bell number one gives you so much. And so part of what I'm playing is defense by not dealing. Look at him though. And he gets trashed.
So much time dancing. I think Owens just whoops you.
I was legitimately more concerned about entertaining myself by his dancing.
Again, this is why you didn't get past the first round of the tournament.
I know. And that's my own fault. Next year I'll probably do better. Probably not. We have 2.5 minutes left to talk about it, or about 3 minutes. By not giving you Bell, I just can't justify giving away.
Let me ask you this.
I've already offered up Murray, but even that, I'm like, I'll give you Dion Lewis.
No. Let me ask you this. What would sting you more if I offered up a sweetheart deal and got Bell and won, or if I improved my team through other means and won?
Oh, by far, I would be way more burned if you won with Bell.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
No, you have to go out and strike on your own now. This is the thing. I've heard you talk about other people in our Friendo Fantasy League like they're marks. like they're chumps.
That's not true.
And in a loving way,
no.
you came over gloating about Christopher Kaufman's trade yesterday.
That is horseshit.
You were gloating.
That is absolute horseshit.
And I chastised him for giving away Beckham. And because I think that was a bad idea, I said, why are you giving Larson ammunition? He's going to win this thing if you do that. I said, he's trying to get Bell for me. I said, now give me Gronk.
And by your own admission, you offered a garbage deal.
I did, exactly. So I feel that any deal coming from you, I feel... Okay, here's the thing. I don't think...
I love that move.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's awesome. I know. I had to slow it down the other day to take a look at it again. I was like, what does he do there?
It's great. It's like a sunset flip powerbomb.
It's bizarre. You're like getting that table.
Anyways, continue your thought, which I'm sure is absolute garbage, but whatever.
Okay, I've got a minute left.
You spewed so much disinformation in the last minute. Whatever you're going to say.
This is what negotiations like me is like. With me is like.
That move is great.
Here's the thing. I don't think you're smarter than me in many things in life. I think fantasy football is one of those things that you are smarter than me at. And I am not going to be a mark. I am not going to be a chump. I'm not going to be taken advantage of. And so any offer that you make to me is going to be something that as soon as I hit that button, you're going to go, gotcha. In my head, that's how it's going to be. You're a villain. You're a heel.
That's a valid concern.
Exactly. And I'm not going to do that. I need to protect what's mine. So, pretty much ad nauseum.
All right.
I'm going to have to say no.
It's time for me just to win this league through pure skill. It's done.
As opposed to...
In the next 2 weeks, I will...
Willing your way to victory like Kevin Owens here?
In the next 2 weeks, I will recraft my team.
Okay. I hope I haven't given you,
the process is
additional motivation.
No,
this is a civilized, intelligent
I don't need
discussion.
additional motivation. My motivation is simple. Repeat.
I love the passion. I love the emotion in this.
I'm more into this league than I am my money league.
That's stunning. That is stunning.
Because, I don't know, I just am.
Time for Manhunt Makeover. Our discussions on fantasy football are over. We will or will not continue this conversation.
It was just getting impassioned, too. I was really into it.
Up next, we got Honky Tonk Man versus...
Lone Wolf, End of Days.
Byron Corbin.
Byron Corbin? Baron Corbin.
Red Baron Corbin. Why wasn't this first? This should have been first. Red Baron Corbin. There's the entrance.
There's his run-in.
There's his run-in right there.
He's already in the woods.
This is a squash match. Look at the poor... this is great. Honky Tonk Man, poor guy, he has no idea. Like,
he's about to get Lone Wolfed End of Dazed.
He's used to matches in a ring. He's used to,
Greg Valentine being at his side.
Greg Valentine? He's like, this is new to me. Who's this beast, Byron Corbin? Lone Wolf End of Days.
Lone Wolf End of Days.
He's not used to getting suplexed on the ramp.
All right, during this this destruction, I guess it's good enough time to do Manhunt Makeover, yeah?
Manhunt Makeover time.
I'll read them.
Oh, you're going to read them, okay.
Joshua Idol.
We had some good ones this week.
James Earl Cash finds out he has superpowers and joins the Justice League in Martian Manhunter.
I like that.
That one's very good.
I like that.
Wrestling is wrestling. James Earl Cash moves to Italy to pursue a modeling career. However, he's frequently told he is too handsome for many jobs. He searches the length and breadth of Italy looking for work in Too Sexy for Milan Hunt.
That's brilliant.
That's good, too.
That's a really inspired one.
And Stefan Fenris. James Earl Cash has lost all his money from betting on WWE live events and is now living in the mean streets of Los Angeles. Homeless and alone, he scours days and nights for recyclables and can hunt. I already did that. That was my first one.
I think Honky Tonk pissed off Byron Corbin shoot backstage. And he's really
working stiff, huh?
He's working so stiff.
All right, I'm going to do my Manhunt Makeover.
He can't even get to the ring.
I like that Honky Tonk has a legit, bruise on his chest.
He does. That's probably not even the programming.
This new Manhunt game finds James Earl Cash stuck in a sweltering hot structure.
Sure.
It's 120 degrees wherever he goes.
Okay.
And it's hot and it's muggy and he's sweating.
Okay.
And he's just thinking to himself, man, I wish I could cool myself off.
Okay.
And so he searches this whole structure for something that'll just give him some relief from all the damn heat in Fan Hunt.
I feel like, didn't we do that last week?
No.
No, you didn't do that already?
No, I don't think
so. All
right,
James Earl Cash, it's the late 90s, early 2000s, probably late 90s, early 2000s. And he's like, man, I've been stuck in this manhunt jail for so long. I want to get out. I want to be entertained. I want to see what the real people are doing. He's like, there's this thing called video games. He's like, I kind of remember these when I was a kid, but I've been locked up for a little while, so I don't know about them. And they're like, yeah, you know, you can play video games now. You know, you can play video games like with other people. And he's like, really? How do you do that? He's like, well, come over to my house.
Oh, okay.
We're having a LAN party in
Land
Hunt.
Yeah, Land Hunt.
Look at Honky Tonk is getting murdered right now. That's fantastic. Poor guy.
Lone Wolf End of Days.
Let's see. You don't have any finish. You need to get a finisher going here. You have a minute left. Are you even going to use a finisher?
Yeah, I
on
do.
him?
I give you Lone Wolf End of
You
Days.
give me Lone Wolf End. You're so close. Like the little orange bar there is so close.
No, that's the reversal bar, I think.
Did we ever figure out what the percentages are? Like, what's 141% that Byron Corbin has?
Oh, power.
Oh, God. He's almost at 150%, whereas Honky Tonk Man is 39.5%. Not a lot of percent there for Honky Tonk Man.
I think it's like signature and finisher.
Oh, you got a finisher going.
So
Okay.
it charges up, and then at a certain point.
I still have to get used to the. I do like that there is a visual representation of a better, clear visual representation of the submission process now.
Yeah.
I do like, because before it was just like breaking point, and I was like, I don't know what you're doing right there. Oh, Lone Wolf End of Days!
Lone Wolf End of Days.
Look at that. And you get a replay too here on SmackDown?
It's the end of days. You should see it twice.
Look at Honky Tonk's little 8x10 down there. and you caved in the back of his head.
And then I pinned. Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Oh my God. I got close there.
You did.
I got close.
I think you finally kind of.
They don't have Byron Corbin's little flab belly there. You know, is that like?
Does he? Yeah. I was wondering how the hairline looked. I didn't notice.
I didn't notice either. I think it was somewhat realistic. That's the end of the match. Let's look at some Friendo fan art, maybe. Look at that. You see my jacket?
Yeah, that's pretty sharp.
That's some pretty cool digs right there. I got some boots now. Look at my lowrider. The reason why I'm doing this is because I got a sick lowrider.
That's pretty cool. It looks like a Batmobile.
This is part of the. I know. This is part of the new DLC. Look, it's all branded.
As it should be.
I do wish that they gave me the option to make that a much bigger logo, like cover the entire hood. Because right now it's kind of piddly. I might get rid of it.
We neglected to read one Manhunt makeover, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna change that now.
From Bret Hart.
With Pigsy dead, an unnamed protagonist steps up to take the reins of unstoppable murder, mainly using a wooden bat. But our new character doesn't want to murder anybody. He gives it up and seeks a profession of baseball in man bunt.
Man bunt. There you go. Look at my riding down the thing in my 6.4. Let me make sure that the music's not on. Settings. Audio. Music. Oh, good. All right.
Time for fan art.
Friendo fan art. That's right. I really love that Friendo fan art has just morphed into Friendo fan art and NBA face scans.
Yeah, that's what this is predominantly. There's two things from Luke Garvey, one of which is your face scan guy.
I'm going to seek somebody. Oh, I love that one. That was a good one.
And what's this one?
Oh,
What's that from?
I think Luke Garvey did me. I didn't see yours.
No, there wasn't one.
Because he said it was one of two.
At least not that I saw.
Well, he said it was. Or I think he said it was 2 of 2. But I'm pretty sure it's just a Halloween
yeah,
version
that's what
of
I thought.
us.
I didn't know if that was something you mentioned on some video you did that I didn't see.
No. I believe that you deserve one as well.
Oh.
I didn't do anything special for it, is my point.
Okay.
I'm going to go try to engage.
Yeah,
Should I try to engage, or I'm going to get my butt kicked?
There's a bunch of face scan. This one's from Kaufman. Or it looks like this individual's nose has an eyeball on it and is protruding through the face.
Yeah.
And then we have one from Michael Wright, where, you know how I like where facial features get condensed to the center of the face. I think that always makes for a good face scan.
Yeah.
And then Cade
Oh, I love that
Onder.
one. Because that guy, that just looks like a fan. That looks like a fan of the NBA somehow. He's like, he just goes to the game, and he's like, I could be on here too.
And then we have this great portrait of Ravishing Rick Rude.
Oh, that's brilliant.
By Yost Dahan.
That's done with sketchbooks. Ah, he got me. I ran this guy twice. Swagbot, you got me.
Now I'm going.
While we're doing this, let's talk a little bit about this Star Wars trailer.
Yeah, it's awesome, Steve. You need to watch it.
I'm not going to watch it.
Have you bought your tickets yet to go see it?
No, have you?
No, I looked into it, and pretty much all sold out opening weekend.
What did I tell you? Dude, I'm telling you. Okay, now given the response, given all this, do you believe that there's the possibility it's going to get $3 billion? Look at my guy. I have no ammo right now.
I mean, this is always a possibility, but I still think it's 2.7 billion.
I think this guy just stole my fucking car. God damn it! How do I get him out of my car?
That's why I never bothered getting a fancy car, man. That's what happens.
Damn it! Really want my car back.
The trailer is great.
Yeah.
And after we did the episode recently, which everybody should watch out there,
Yeah.
about Star Wars rumors, all the speculation in terms of what happens is very interesting. Some of the rumors and fan speculation is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like the
Luke Hand one, I was like, I don't know that's gonna happen.
Well, I don't think this can't.
It can't. I think if flesh is in space, it's not gonna deteriorate.
It's cold in space.
It's vacuum.
I understand, but I don't know.
There's a lack of bacteria.
No, I know.
There's a lack of stuff that decomposes stuff.
I know, but it's still susceptible to temperature.
Yeah, maybe.
That's not your car.
I know.
But regardless of that, once it enters the atmosphere, it's going to burn up. There's no debating that.
Fucking auto aim's not working.
The new one is that. Do you want to hear what the latest one? Someone mentioned it, I think.
No, I don't. I'm not going to watch the trailer.
No, it has nothing to do with the trailer. It's just some rumor. It's not really plausible.
I don't want to know.
All right.
I don't want to know anything.
It's no fun talking to you about it. What is there to talk about? Like, I have all these ideas about what I think is going to happen, and I can't talk to you about it because you don't want to hear it.
Oh shit! How do I do that?
You're too into playing your game, and you don't want to talk about Star Wars.
No, my point is, like, I'm surprised. Like, God damn it! Fucking! I knew I wasn't going to win that. I knew I was going. I know. I might have ammo of everything. That got to been gone like that.
You should go to ammunition then.
I know, but he stole my car. I don't know where it is. I think he destroyed it.
Don't you have insurance? Let's get it back.
Yeah, I do. Man, that's annoying. Shit.
So are we going to talk Star Wars, or are you going to be a stick in the mud and not want to talk about it?
Okay, here's my thing. This is my thing. I don't want to talk about Star Wars. I want to talk about the trailer. Do you think I'll be able to not see the trailer between now and... Because I'm going to try not to see it. I understand there's no real spoilers, but I want to save as much as I can of the visuals. What is going on over here?
As far as I know, they're not running it on TV.
Yeah. What a disaster.
So I think by and large you can avoid it.
Wait, but didn't they run it on like Monday Night Football?
That's the only. They're not running it regularly on TV.
Okay, I think they will. I think it's going to be blitzed.
But they're not going to do the full 2.5 minutes.
Right.
They're going to do 30-second TV spots, which will just be little bits.
Yeah.
And you don't. There's no.
Huh.
The only kind of story beat you get from the trailer is something that Han says, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't want any of that.
Which is cool.
I want to feel those chills while I'm there.
Okay.
That's what I want.
See, I'm not as anti-spoiler as you.
For this, I am. For so much else, I'm not. Like for Batman vs. Man, you hear that Batman vs. Superman? $410 million to make. $400 million. It's crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
For that, I probably won't care as much. But this is Star Wars. This is like, okay, so now my $3 billion thing. I didn't hear what you said.
I'm sticking to 2.7. I said
that's so close to $3 billion.
I said there's always a potential for it. It's always possible. I just don't think it's going to hit that.
Everything is selling out. I mean, every theater has to sell out for this to happen, like on a regular basis.
For months.
I don't know about for months.
Maybe first hit $3 billion
for the first month, maybe. That'll give it enough of a start in order for it to hit $3 billion worldwide. It's gonna man.
Okay, if it does, good.
Do you think? I mean, obviously, you think it's gonna be the highest grossing movie of all time? Has to be, right?
Yeah, if it's gonna get 2.7, I guess it has to be.
Look, I'm getting your favorite sticky bombs.
Yeah.
So, anyways, should we get to questions?
Sure. I wish we could talk more about Star Wars, but.
Oh, what do you want to talk? Okay, what's the problem?
No, it's just speculation and stuff. But you haven't seen the trailer, so you can't speculate.
Yeah.
And it's no fun. It's no fun to talk about it unless we can speculate.
Well, I can. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I just want to know. I wanted you to speculate on whether or not I'll be able to avoid watching the trailer.
You want me to speculate on how right you are when it comes to your prediction that it's going to make a shit ton of money. That's what you really want to hear. Yeah, you want me to say, yes, Steve, I agree with you 100%. I validate.
I would love that at some point in our lives for you to say that, because I've said that to you plenty of times.
I'll validate your opinion when it happens.
Yeah, but then you'll be like, there's always a caveat, and it's always underwhelming. Like, you need to make a bigger deal about it. Because this is a pretty big thing. You mocked me openly on that podcast.
It's not a major thing for us. We don't see any of that $3 billion.
No, it's a major thing that I said. It's such an outlandish claim, and yet I'm going to be right.
Well, then I'll say, okay, good job, you're right. That's what
I
it
need
deserves.
more than that.
That's what it deserves.
It deserves like a beer. You willing to give me a beer?
No.
Do I not have a machete?
That's all you get, man. All right, first question.
Yeah.
Dr. Butt Stuff. If you guys took the identity of a villain who's only on a single episode of a superhero cartoon or show, what would your name be, and what would be your power and ability? And what superhero would you have the pleasure... Oh, sorry. What superhero would have the pleasure of defeating you?
If I took the identity of a villain, it was only a single...
So we need to create a villain that will appear on one episode.
What is this guy doing? Does he not know I've got a machete?
Superhero. You're a villain
This
on
guy
one
looks like a
show.
YouTuber. You want YouTube Red? Here you go.
Jeez.
Here's YouTube Red. Now go jump off the fucking balcony. What now?
You never pay attention to
what would my
anything
name
I
be
say.
and my power ability? What superhero?
So say you want to be on Batman: The Animated Adventures. You're a one-shot villain. What's your name? And I guess Batman would be the one that defeated you.
Oh, I got killed.
That's probably the guy you just chopped up. No, it's not. It's some guy with a cowboy hat.
Yeah, it's Cowboy James Storm.
So I like YouTube Red. That's my name.
Damn it! It's a good one.
And I want to be on the Tick.
Oh, that's good.
And I guess obviously the Tick would defeat
Well,
me.
I'm gonna stick with it. No, I'll be on the '90s X-Men cartoon show.
Okay.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na. And I'm gonna be the mutant known as Red Tube.
Okay.
But like it's before Red Tube was invented, so I can do that. I can get away with it. Oof. Look at that fall. You better help me with my fucking fall. Anyways, move on.
I'm trying to
What superhero would have? Oh, the X-Men would have.
I'm trying to ascertain how to say this name.
Untag 83D.
Okay, I don't know. Okay. In the spirit of the season, what horror film do you think you'd be most likely to survive in, and which you'd be most likely to be the first to go? I'd survive The Haunting.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see.
First to go?
I'd survive Candyman. Because like everybody survived that except for like that one chick, like the lady, I think. Maybe not. Maybe other people did die. I feel like I can go in the bathroom and not say Candyman 3 times.
Oh yeah.
Like if I knew for a fact that would happen, I'd be like, I can resist saying that,
That's
so
true.
I can live now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd be first to go in pretty much anything with some sort of crazed killer.
Yeah.
Because I'd just be so scared. I'd just roll up in the fetal position and pee and poop myself.
See, I tend not to pay attention, so I wouldn't even know what's going on.
That's true.
I'd be like, wait, what? He died? What? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna play video games.
But which one would you be the first? What movie would you be the first to die in?
Oh, okay. And what do I be the first time? Candyman, I guess.
Same movie for both the questions. Jack-o'-lantern 101.
It'd be The Shining because I don't like cold weather. I don't like snow.
If Steve here and Larson had to pick a movie to live in, what would it be?
Oh man, what a great question.
That is a very good question.
Let's see here. Well, I know you wouldn't pick your favorite movie, which is Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
You would not want to live there, correct?
Yeah.
That seems horrible.
I'm gonna say like the Star Trek Next Generation verse.
Oh man.
Because if you're on Earth, that seemed pretty nice.
It's like a socialist economy. Like there's like
It looked like no one had to work.
nobody has to work there. Their whole purpose is to like make themselves better. And yet on the Enterprise they do performance reviews. So my question is, why would anybody join Starfleet if you can literally do nothing, or like be like an artist or something and not do shit, just draw all day long, and then you have like a replicator. They probably have everything solar. It's all green and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, I guess the only problem is like the Earth is always under constant.
No, there's
threats
constant
of-
threat of alien invasion. I understand
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
but
I was listening to this great podcast
I'll
tonight
take that.
about the Fermi paradox. You know what the Fermi paradox is?
yeah, it's about alien life.
What's your thoughts on that? Why haven't we been visited?
The universe is really big.
I think I think it's this. I think the universe is super big, and I do think that intelligent life. Let me ask you this: do you think it's inevitable? Number one, do you believe there's other intelligent life out there in the universe? Okay. Do you think it's inevitable that they all end up snuffing themselves out?
No.
Because I could believe that. I could
believe it too, but I don't think it's inevitable.
That's like the constant in intelligent life. I could see that.
That all intelligent life just eventually snuffs themselves out.
Yeah, whether by war or
Planetary change.
Planetary change.
Yeah, I guess it's possible.
I would think, but I wonder if it's by their own hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would think that's probably possible. Maybe that's the sad thing about intelligence is that inevitably it leads to your own demise.
It comes with hubris.
What a dark thought to have.
Yeah, it is pretty grim.
Next question.
No, you didn't answer this one.
What's this one?
What movie world do you want to live in?
Oh, man, what a great question. I don't want to live in Dead. Pretty much everything I love, all the movies I love, I wouldn't want to live there.
Yeah.
So I'd have to take a movie that I don't love, something like maybe Coyote Ugly. I would want to live there.
You wouldn't want to live in like Hard Day's Night or something? You want the Beatles?
I mean, it'd just be in the '60s England.
Yeah.
Oh, if you're if I got to be one of the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. They seem to get laid a lot.
Untag 83 again.
Okay.
What iconic acting role would you guys love to see yourself in? None.
What iconic acting you wouldn't want? For me, it's easy. Dirk Diggler. I already look like Mark Wahlberg.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But it's iconic for a reason. It's because the person who portrayed it did their job so well that it became an iconic role.
Right. Exactly. I would be that person.
No, but you don't have the acting chops of Mark Wahlberg.
You don't think I've got the acting chops of a 1999 Mark Wahlberg?
No.
I don't have the body.
Yeah, that's part of it.
But I could have acted that role. No. I absolutely could have acted that role.
No.
Oh, you're crazy.
No.
I don't think it was that challenging a thing for him to act in that role, man.
Oh, no.
Continue.
Mr. No Chin. Yo, it's your friendo Sam. Hi, Sam.
Hello, Sam.
I was wondering what kind of equipment would you guys recommend for recording podcast commentaries on the cheap? My friendos and I want to start doing them, but we're broke and not tech savvy. Blue Snowball.
Blue Snowball.
What, $80 is a microphone.
Yeah, and we used to huddle up around it.
Yeah.
So if you really want that, I'm gonna suggest this. We got these labs that cost $40.
Yeah.
And it plugs into our audio recorder, but I'm getting a cord that'll make it plug into an iPhone. So if you already have a smartphone, for $40 plus $20, you can get this dual-headed lab because this is connected to both of us.
Yeah,
and so there's only one jack that goes into the.
Yeah, it's got this thing.
It's got a little battery guy there, and it works. It works great. Like we just started using it in 10 for the win. I'm really happy with our audio now.
Yeah, sounds good. It's a lot better than the echoey stuff we used to have to deal with.
Exactly. So the iPhones have voice recorder.
And I'm sure there's a lot of other options out there that we're just not aware of. I mean, just do some research into it, and there's tons of tools out there.
Right, for sure.
They'll give you direction.
Yeah, but we're doing it on the cheap right now, so anybody can.
Patrick Cheeseman.
Hey, Cheeseman.
Will the Targeted and Walmarter make a surprise appearance for a Halloween Friendocast? Also, describe your ideal horror
I think
game.
that'd be pretty fun. Next week.
I don't want it to wear a plastic bag on my head for an hour, though.
Part of the time.
We'll
a little bit
see.
of the time.
And I don't wear a shirt either. And then the Walmart.
Oh yeah. Well, hey.
We'll see.
There you go.
We'll see. If anybody is gonna poo-poo the idea, it's gonna be me.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, I'm gonna show up as a target regardless. I would love for you to wear a costume.
Also,
Sniper rifle kills on players. Ooh, I better get.
I
out
have
of here.
to
I get killed.
go to Walmart to get a bag.
Oh, I got you covered. I got a Walmart bag here.
Also, describe your ideal horror game.
My ideal horror game. Oh, look at those. They're just public servants. I was about to throw. My ideal horror game?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trapped in an asylum for naked women, and you're getting attacked by naked women sexually. And it's called...
You sure this is a horror game?
Yeah, but it's like they got machetes. It's called Don't Let Your Dick Get Macheted.
All right, Maggie Reeves.
Part 3.
Hey, friendos, as a Welshman, I have to speak English and Welsh depending on where I am, who I'm with. With so many Spanish speakers in California, do you...
Welsh isn't something that disappeared a long time ago?
No, they still speak Welsh.
Really?
Yeah.
Is Gaelic still a thing? Do people still speak Gaelic? Isn't that Irish?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think some people do.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some signs and stuff that are still in Gaelic.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he asked, do we speak any Spanish? And none basic or fluent. I have some basic understanding of Espanol.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I've probably got a little bit better.
Yeah, you
Understanding of
Yeah, you do.
Espanol than you do, but it's still not that much.
Yeah.
Because my mom speaks it fluently. She's from Paraguay. You know a little bit of German, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a little bit of German. That friendo. Want to know who are your favorite or top female celebrity crushes? And Steve, you can't pick the obvious sexy British ghost.
Talking about Paige.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've never really declared on that.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it. It's, I don't know.
You've had to have thought about it before.
Yeah.
Who do you like? I've never heard you discuss this before, so this is going to be fascinating to me. Ooh. We were talking about Boogie Nights. I'll give mine Heather Graham Roller Girl.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one, but you can't have that one.
No,
You
I
can
know.
have your own.
I don't know if that's like when I think about it, I just draw a blank.
Betty. Okay, mine was like big time was Betty Page.
Yeah.
Like not now, she's dead now, but
Yeah.
not even when she's old. Like when she was young. Like those pinups.
Yeah.
Those were dope. I really liked her. And it's funny because not a lot of females, I think, in my opinion, can really pull off the Betty Page look.
Yeah.
Like you have to have a certain shaped head. You have to have like a certain look about you to really pull it off.
Yeah.
Like I think Lacey tried bangs once, and I was like, don't do that again.
Oh, the bangs that are straight across?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like those either.
It doesn't but it can, for certain people, like for Betty Page, it looked amazing.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, a lot of girls, it can't work.
Well, I think also that was a hairstyle that was very popular during that time.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of part of it too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've seen some girls like these days, and I'm like, oh wow, she pulls off the Betty Page.
Oh, yeah,
pretty
yeah.
well.
Dr. Bowman.
Dr. Bowman.
Friendos, if you could take over any game development company, Square, Enix, Valve, and so on, what game would you develop next? Maybe Half-Life 3? I would take over a game development company if it just wanted to go out of business.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any savvy in terms of running a game development company whatsoever.
This guy, he doesn't
Yeah,
know
blow it up.
what's going on.
Do it. Good job. What about you?
Look at this.
Come on, answer the question.
What game am I going to take over?
Development company.
Geez, I don't know. Hold on, I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of something that I'm like, oh, that could have been cool, but I wasn't really too happy with it.
This is the whole company, not just one game.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'll take over. How about this? Oh, I know I'll take over. I'll take over Rare.
Okay.
They have a really extensive library that I think a lot could be done with, and they're not doing with it right now.
Yeah.
You know.
Some of that would be tied up with licensing issues and stuff too.
See, that's the thing. I'll cut through the red tape.
All right, Dino Boy. Any thoughts on the recently announced Friday the 13th game? Is there a trailer for that? I haven't seen it.
Oh, I think it's like there's like a Kickstarter that's like really doing well.
Oh, okay.
And of course, Friday the 13th obviously is like a terrible game,
Yeah, I know.
classically speaking.
I have it.
So I think it has something to do with that. I don't know much about it beyond that. I just know there's a Kickstarter for it and people have been kind of talking about it.
I heard it was announced, but that's all I know about it.
Yeah, but I don't know dick about it. Watch this.
Again, Untagged 83. Hey there, friendos. If you could give any ancient medieval weapon other than a sword the lightsaber treatment, what would you choose?
Well, these people just going to work. And then...
So if you can make a medieval weapon the plasma weapon, what would it be?
Oh, a mace. Are you kidding me?
That's what I thought,
Easily a
too.
mace.
Yeah, a mace would be pretty
a
fantastic.
swinging ball of lightsaber, spiked lightsaber.
That'd be great.
Perfect. Like this
That'd
guy.
be great.
Like this.
So Can't Kill Me. It's 2018. Steve and Larson have gone corporate and extremely rich. You're put in the spot by a journalist for all the distasteful remarks in the past. What is your response? What distasteful remarks?
Oh, I don't know. Previous episodes of 10 for the win. That might be a bit edgy.
Okay.
Controversial. I would say, get the fuck out of my sights. I'm rich. Bitch.
Okay.
And I can do what I want. Like, I want to retire.
So if you're in a position where you had to disappear, you could conceivably do that.
Yeah, exactly. I can get off Twitter. I'll just say this.
You could get off
I'll
Twitter.
just say I was hacked. I'll say I was hacked. All those episodes were hacks.
Ziggy Stardust. Hey, friendos, big fan here. If you were in death row and could pick any video game as your executioner, who would it be?
Any video game character is my executioner. Oh shit, cops.
Oh, I think I was like halfway off the frame this whole time.
Get in the frame.
I'm in the frame now.
Any as my executioner. Well, you'd want somebody who's strong and swift. It's going to be fast.
I got the best answer.
Go ahead.
the 30-foot basketball player that someone made in NBA 2K16.
That was amazing.
Just stomp on me.
That was great.
Or bat me around with the little arms.
I'll say Luke Skywalker, because I saw that shit on Bro Team's YouTube channel, his Battlefront beta, where he was Darth Vader. Just started dying laughing because he rolls up on Luke and Luke just destroys him in a second. You will come to the dark. And just kills him.
That's it. That's all the questions.
That's it. That's all our questions?
Yeah.
All right, you can check out Friendocast on iTunes as always. We want to give a special shout out. Thanks to 2K Games for bringing us out and
Yes,
take a look at it.
thanks for inviting us out. We had a great time.
We had a great time, and yeah, I'm looking forward to playing the game.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later.